Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Memo Music Hall and the 2020 Blues Music Victoria Hall of Fame. For those who don't know who I am, my name's Baz. I'm president of Blues Music Victoria. And while COVID has around the world stopped all live music and stopped all entertainment, what it can't do is stop us doing tonight honouring two of the finest blues musicians that ever lived, right here at Memo. Been a challenging year for everyone. It's been a challenging year for Blues Music Victoria as well. We started off on a high in February. We sat down with the CEO of Music Victoria and put an idea to him which he backed 100%, so this was in February. We planned on doing regional blues music bus tours around Victoria, and like I say, he gave us his backing. The meetings were planned, everything was put into place. That was around about March, and then we all know what happened then. So unfortunately that goes on hold, but we will fire it up again next year. We think it's a great idea. We think it has legs. So that's something that we're working on next year. And then, of course, we saw all the venues closing down, all of our members, our BMV members. Then the festival shutting down. Heartbreaking to watch, to see the musicians losing their income and all of our festival members as well. So we're hoping that 2021 brings the music back. But we wanted to finish on a positive, and we're all about moving forward at Blues Music Victoria, and that involves the youth. So this year we decided on a positive note to bring a youth blues ambassador to Blues Music Victoria, and that's the great thing about Victoria and the incredible amount of next generation blues musicians we have. The youth is world class, but there was only one person that was on our list that we decided should be the next Blues Music Victoria ambassador, and representing the youth, we decided on Charlie Bedford. So please, to kick us off tonight, please welcome to the stage the next Blues Music Victoria ambassador, Charlie Bedford.
Well, hello everyone. How are we all doing? Are we good? That was pathetic. Are we good? Yeah! I thought you'd be a bit more excited considering we haven't seen each other for a billion years. Oh my God. But no, thank you so much for making the effort and coming out tonight. We all really appreciate it. It's an absolute honour to be able to perform tonight for you all and also be alongside such legends as Jeff and Phil. So really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you again. I'm going to play some tunes for you, so I hope you enjoy. Kick things off with this tune called Money Junkie off my new album called Good to Go. All right. Say how long, but I'll be back soon. How many boys you got in a room? I ignore it and make a move. Locked into this kick-ass groove. People listen now. She'll make your wallet high. She wants your money, sonny, 'cause she's a money junkie. You think you're funny like hey, she's a money junkie. Next thing I know, she's texting me, missing you, heart emoji. I ignore it and make a move. I'm locked into this kick-ass groove. People listen now, she'll make your wallet wants a mana sunny, 'cause she's a mana junkie. You think you're funny like hey, she's a mana junkie. She's talking, gaslighting, she's on the prowl. People listen now, she'll make your wallet howl. She wants a mana sunny, 'cause she's a mana junkie. You think you're funny like hey, she's a mana junkie. She wants a mana sunny, 'cause she's a mana junkie. You think you're funny like hey, she's a mana junkie. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Well, we are here at the Blues Music Victoria Awards night, so it'd be sacrilegious to not play any blues. Here's an old Albert King tune. It's called Breaking Up Somebody's Home. I just have to say, this is so awesome seeing you all here in one place, in actual real life. So, yeah, good work, everyone. We made it. We're back. Too cool. Laying round home alone on a rainy night like this, starving for your love, hungry for just one kiss. Every raindrop I hear on my winter pane, yeah. A beat so loud and clear, why does it tell your name? I got nowhere to turn to, tired of being alone. I feel like breaking up somebody's home. I got nowhere to turn to, tired of being alone. I feel like breaking up somebody's home. Ooh, yeah. I know it's useless hanging on when you belong to someone else. Can't control the feeling, 'cause after all, didn't make it myself. Last night I cried so hard, I believe I caught a chill. Can't control the vibration, my heart just won't stand still. Got nowhere to turn to, tired of being alone. I feel like breaking up somebody's home. I got nowhere to turn to, tired of being alone. I feel like breaking up somebody's home. Woo-hoo, yeah. here comes my best Albert King impersonation. Here we go. I got nowhere to turn to, tired of being alone. I feel like breaking up somebody's home. I got nowhere to turn to, tired of being alone. I feel like breaking up somebody's home. Ooh, yeah. Uh-huh. Thank you so much. Thank you. And no, it is awesome to be here tonight. What an amazing room. This is actually the first time I've ever been to Memo Music Hall, so thanks so much to all the crew involved here tonight for helping put this on. It's looking fabulous. Absolutely stoked. Yeah, here's another one off the new album for you. This is called Honey. And I will say the new album is a full band album, so this is what it sounds like when I'm by my poor little old lonely self up here. But we make do with my bass player and my drummer. All right, this is Honey. Hope you enjoy. Baby, where's mine? Give me some time. Baby, where's mine? It's on the line. Give me a shot, or maybe not. Just give me a shot. I'll meet you in the parking lot. Oh yeah, yeah. Honey, I'm just listening to the beats. Making honey, I'm just listening to the beats. Making honey, just listening to the beats. Making honey, yeah. Give me the pot if you have half a heart. Some bells and chimes, then I'll start to shine. Need a kind to see that I'll be in love with me. 2 1 is 3, it's 2 more than I'll ever be. Ooh yeah, yeah. Honey, I'm just listening to the beats. Making honey, I'm just listening to the beats. Making honey, just listening to the beats. Making honey, yeah. All right. Making honey, I'm just listening to the beats. Making honey, just listening to the beats. Making honey, honey, yeah. Thank you very much. well, I might do one more tune for you to keep it on schedule for us all tonight. This last one I'm going to do is called The Out of Town Laundromat Blues. And it's a song I wrote while I was over in Memphis, the first time I went over there to represent Melbourne. And it's a very traumatic story of myself finding a laundromat, which I struggled immensely with. We ended up walking past Sun Studios, which was amazing. We got a tour there, and then later years, Kelly Audie and Bill Barber and myself, we went in there and we recorded a bunch of stuff, which was really cool. Yeah. So, no, it's amazing over in Memphis, so I have to thank, the Melbourne Blues Appreciation Society for that opportunity and all of that. It was amazing. Anyway, I digress. This is called The Out of Town Laundromat Blues, and share some sympathy with me on this one. Also, I know Lloyd Spiegel's in the house tonight, everyone. And this song is written around a little lick that Lloyd taught me when I was about half the size of this guitar. So thanks, Lloyd, for this one. Don't know if you ever knew that, but there's a little tricky thing with the hand that he showed me. Anyway, it's not a guitar lesson, I suppose, so you probably don't care too much about that. On with the funny story. I mean, not funny, traumatic, awful. Thank you again for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. My clothes need a washing and my feet are killing me. Been walking for miles, where could this laundromat be? The lady at the hotel said it was close by. My jeans are all torn and my lips are bone dry. Bet I couldn't even find this place in my dreams. Don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Walked 19 blocks a week, can't be many more. Only I'm out of time till I'm face down on the floor. I got them out of town, laundromat blues. The lady at the hotel needs to stop telling these lies. The lady at the hotel must have a problem with her eyes. I call her right up and say, can you help us? I said no words, I send the old shuttle bus. I hop right in and say, take me to the laundromat. The general responds, oh, I can sure do that. I leave the bus and say, thank you very much. Walk right on in with my clothes, and yes, I've got a bunch, but I've still got them out of town laundromat blues. Take it away, fingers, oh yeah. Opportunity. I promised Sean I'd do this. It's in the contract. You got it? Did you get it, Sean? Cool. Sean's actually wearing a shirt with me on it, which I'm a bit embarrassed about, but it's quite cool. So, thanks, Sean. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, the song. Free washer and I start to unload. Smells of soap and bubbles and fresh clean clothes. I go to put them in that washing machine. I can't believe my clothes are about to be clean. They're going in with them soap and bubbles. Fabric softener about to wash away my pain and troubles. Things are looking better now, got clean clothes. Could have been a whole lot worse, I suppose. Now I don't have them. Out of town, laundromat blues. Thank you so much. Thanks very much. I'd like to invite the Blues Music Victoria Vice President, Salty, up to the stage to say a few words. Here he comes. Okay. Thanks again, guys. Absolute honour to be here for you tonight and have the chance to be on this amazing bill. Appreciate it. And thanks to Blues Music Victoria for the appointment of Youth Ambassador. Proper honour, so thanks.
A round of applause for Charlie Bedford there. He's a youth ambassador, as Barry said. We have two other ambassadors. We call them senior ambassadors, I'm not sure. Kelly Audie and Lloyd Spiegel. You'll see them tonight as well. Now I'm going to go through the nominees for the blues legend, Victorian blues legend, and on the screen behind me there. Just so by way of background, the Blues Music Victoria Committee nominates somebody to be inducted, and we also run a vote. As a second time we've done that, and this time we had 260 people respond, and we had a winner, which you'll no doubt know all about very soon. But fantastic, 10 people nominated by the committee for that voting award, which is always very difficult. And I should point out that our ambassadors are ineligible to be in that. So some of people said, where's Kelly and where's Lloyd? And that's the reason. So I'm just going to take you briefly through some of the comments that people made. There was lots of comments where people could say why they voted for somebody. So these have been nominized, is that the right word? But Andrea Marr, people said, outstanding performer, amazing songwriter year on year. I think she has done as much as anyone, but recently the new project with John Mack was a really successful branch out. She has distinctive voice, style, and wins it on talent alone. There's some of the comments on Andrea Marr. I should point out one more thing. People say, who's eligible? Well, it's someone who's had an impact, in your opinion, on blues music in Victoria. So the next person, as we know now, resides in Yamba, where her preacher husband goes fishing. That's Fiona Boys. People said devotion, excellence, showmanship, originality, collaboration, musicianship, congeniality, fun, and an all-time legend. I've only picked two from each of the nominees, by the way. There are lots of comments. Fiona, the second one, Fiona got my vote because she is a worldwide ambassador for blues music and the Australian blues music scene, and she is good, very good. That's Fiona. So any of these people could have won this award, as you could well understand. The next one was Jeff Atchison. You'll hear a bit more about Jeff tonight. He was in the voting before it was realised that he was the other person as well. His soulful tone and magical fingers move my soul. Amazing live performance, brilliant blues guitarist, prolific songwriter and recording artist. US and UK can't seem to get enough of him. There's a certain old world class and elegance about this musician. He's a legend that keeps his audience captivated till the very end, and a true gentleman in every sense. These are voters' comments. Ian Collard. Impeccable tone, note choice, restraint and soul. He is just damn amazing and blows my mind every time we see him, harp playing like a god. Ian Collard. Another nominee, Jeff Lang. He brings the blues to life and reaches into my soul. Langy's unique guitar playing styles has influenced so many other players, and he has really pioneered some of the more modern blues guitar playing styles we hear on the radio today. Jeff Lang. So many brilliant musicians in Victorian blues when you start looking at the catalogue that's there. Jimmy Hocking. Jimmy is musically brilliant, and his live performances bring the heart and soul of blues to the people. Because of his obvious talent, ongoing dedication to his art and support, encouragement and mentoring of others. That's Jimmy Hocking. Nick Charles, his clean, fluid playing is keeping the tradition of fingerstyle blues guitar alive and current, a class act. Nick Charles, solo, in a duo, in a band, wherever, he's incredible. Nick Charles. Phil Manning. Phil's involvement with pioneering Melbourne-based blues band Chain in the early 1970s alone is enough. He has remained an inspiring and dominating musical force on stage and off ever since. Phil Manning. Phil has been playing consistent blues for many decades, always professional and never compromises on quality or standard. That's Phil Manning. Phil Manning. And last, who's moved back to Queensland, but she had big impact in the Victorian blues, Sweet Felicia. Because when I hear her play, there is a desperation and a hurt that then lifts into a musical safe space. I have no idea how else to say it. Sweet Felicia is a swinging, sassy legend whose music, both live and recorded, has been enjoyed by so many of us over the years. Sweet Felicia. Kerry Simpson, she's an amazing artist. Her voice is unforgettable. Truly the best female blues singer in this country. She's an absolute joy to listen to. And Kerry Simpson, Kerry has inspired many artists. She's a powerful songwriter, performer, unique artist, and has been in the game for the long haul. Kerry is a legend on many levels. Kerry Simpson. So there are 10 nominees, and one was successful in the voting. And thank you all those who did vote this year. It was a great turnout. So I'd like to hand you over to our ambassador, Kelly Orty.
G'day, folks. How you going? Geez, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, time flies. So Phil Manning was described to me as having a guitar style residing on a highway somewhere between Blind Blake and Buddy Guy, stopping at a truck stop now and then to give a nod to Peter Green, Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton. What a guy. From the 1960s, Phil emerged from deep in Ulverston, Tasmania, to wander his way through bands as diverse as the Blue Jays, Anonymous Incorporated, the Laurie Allen Review, Bay City Union and the gloriously named Cocaine Spell. There was a band from Perth came to Melbourne called The Beaten Tracks. They asked Phil to join and they went to Perth, then back to Melbourne, where the incomparable Wendy Saddington joined and the first Chain came into being. Chain went through half a dozen or so incarnations, even before Matt joined, somewhere around 1970, and the best-known lineup of Matt, Phil, Big Goose, Little Goose came to be. The record they made in 1971, Towards the Blues, is a classic and remains in print after 50 years. Yeah. We have some videos here from some very dear people to Phil who could not make it tonight. So we'll have a look at those now. All right? Good.
Well, Phil, my dear friend, I am so happy about this. If there's anyone I can think of in my life, one of my friends that deserves this, you do. All the music you've given to so many people, you're such a great inspiration, your phrasing, your tone. I remember when I first heard you play, and you've been a huge influence on me. But above and beyond that, Phil, you're a wonderful human being. Your humanitarian principles are just matchless. To spend time with you, break bread with you, laugh and philosophise with you, you're a dear friend, and God bless you, Phil. I think this is wonderful.
G'day. Welcome to Matland. We're here all gathered together today to honour Phil Manning, a great Australian musician, and for me a great friend and a great songwriting partner and band member. Oh boy, we go back a fair way. I'll tell you about it. 1967, 68, somewhere around there. The Bay City Union, first traditional blues band in the country. There's a knock on the door, and this is Carlisle Avenue in St Kilda. We've got a rhythm player by the name of Glenn Wheatley. He answers the door. comes back 30 seconds later and says, Matt, remember the last gig we did in Brisbane before we left to come down here? Tony Worsley was playing and he had this really good guitarist, a blonde-headed fella. I said, oh yeah, he's really good. And Glenn says, oh well, he's just joined the band. Now the real story, of course, is that Tony Worsley's band had broken up somewhere in the country. Phil's father had found out that his son was unemployed. So he came over from Devonport in Tasmania and was going to take him home and get him a real job. This, of course, is anathema to any young musician. He was desperate, and the Bay City Union was the little lifeline, and I'm so glad that it happened, because that's how I met Phil. No, and another one, many years later, I'm in a band called Genesis, and a long time before that other one. And Phil's in Chain, and I lost my lead guitarist, a fellow named Timmy Piper, terrific guitarist, another ex-Chain member, I might add. And so I sent a telegram, Phil, I've heard Chain's broken up, come down and join Genesis. A couple of days later I get a letter. Remember those things? You used to write them. And the letter said, Matt, Chain hadn't broken up. I'm with your two old mates, Little Goose and Big Goose. Why don't you come up and join Chain? Oh, that took about 30 seconds to make up my mind. So I go up to Brisbane. I think it was the first flight I ever did, via Sydney, of all places. And then we have to play that Friday night, so it's Wednesday. So we have to learn every song that the band and myself knew together. And we did it really well, and at the end of the night, Phil is sitting on his amp and he starts to play this riff. I said, Phil, what's that riff? He says, oh, it's just something I'm mucking around with. I said, oh, well, stop mucking around. We'll use this one. So I sat down, wrote out a whole pile of heavy words, and I think we played the song on that Friday night. That's how quick and how good that Chain was, especially with Phil there. So eventually, of course, we recorded it, and that was Black and Blue, and it's still the only #1 record from a blues band in Australia. So that was something. And it's just gone on and on and on. So Phil, you deserve all the accolades you can get. You're a brilliant musician, a great friend, and it's been an absolute honour playing with you for these 50 plus years. And by the way, look, we better start doing a few more gigs, because we've probably only got about 20 good years left, and then we're going to have to slow down a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Okay, look, I love you all. I can't wait to get to Melbourne and play with Phil again. It'll be an absolute pleasure. Okay, congratulations, Phil. Love you. Bye-bye.
I am a weary traveler. Look for some place to lay my head. weary traveler. Look for some place to lay my head. And I don't have no pillow. On the floor of this old shed. Now I'm stranded in this small town, on my way back on down south. I'm stranded in this back street, on my way back on down south. And the weather don't suit my clothes, as the wind begins to howl. Cold wind chills my face as the sky begins to weep. Cold wind chills my face as the sky begins to weep. Dogs are barking and it just won't let me sleep. I think I'll go out on the highway, hit you right before it gets hot. Think I'll go out on the highway, hit you right in a big old truck. I might get there tomorrow. Oh, but then again, I might just not. I am a weary traveler.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm she with the clipboard. Means I must know what's going on. Maybe. Without further ado, we'd like to invite Phil to the stage. Where are you? Maestro? Got to say, there were some great photographs in that video. And Matt says you've got to make it another 20 years, so I reckon 30 will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the 2020 Blues Music Victoria People's Choice Blues legend, Mr. Phil Manning. Leave you to it, Phil.
Oh, that's so fantastic. Thanks so much, Kelly. That really is. Look, I can't tell you just what this means to me. When I sort of found out that this was all happening, and I went, yeah, that's really great. you know, and then I sort of thought, well, I wonder what, I better look up, because when I was a kid, I sort of remembered that when, you know, the word legend meant, you know, Robin Hood or King Arthur or something like that, you know, and then of course today, you know, you have these sort of things where, you know, someone turns up to a party with a slab of beer and they're a bloody legend. You know, you kick a goal to win the match for your amateur team, and he's a bloody legend. I looked up the old proper legend, and what it was really, it was a legend, is something from the dim, dark, distant past that may or may not be true. And sort of when I think about my career and I think about how much of it I can remember, I think I probably fit into that category. But anyway, look, so once I got through thinking about that sort of thing, I was just blown out by what wonderful comments I got on Facebook. There were just dozens and dozens. They turned into hundreds, actually. And what was really amazing was I got all these comments from people that I hadn't heard of for years and years, and from everywhere. And interestingly enough, I'll mention this now because my brain, I'll forget it before I get through the next sentence. But I'd like to sort of welcome along. Kelly mentioned one of the bands that I was in back in the when I was art school when I was 18. And we had a little band in Hobart called Cocaine Spell. And that was before I even knew what it was. I still had virgin nostrils then. But anyway, a friend of mine's here tonight. So welcome along Ian Beecroft from Hobart, who was our harmonica player back then. And he just happened to be in Melbourne to see his granddaughter, so you could be here. That's wonderful, mate. But anyway, look, just thank you, everybody. I really, really just appreciate this so much. But I'll play some guitar, I think. Well, I must say this is the first time in 9 months I've played to a human audience. I've been sitting in my backyard playing to the New Holland Honeyeaters, the blackbirds and the doves. And they're very attentive audiences too, I might add. It's going to take a moment for me to try and work my way into this. It's a new song. Bunch of friends. That's what I got. A helping hand, a bunch of friends. I got an old guitar. I can play a song, play along, maybe drive the car. I just went through another small town, a blur and then away I go. I didn't catch the name, just another town on the road. I got a woman at home, a telephone. I'm missing her bad. I'm in the motel alone, it's the twilight zone, the television driving me mad. Just in another tall town, I blurring in the way I go. I didn't catch the name, it's just another town on the road. Country radio playing the same old song, the soundtrack of my life. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Check out late, accelerate, I gotta be on time. I'm heading straight to a rock and roll date somewhere down the line. The wheels turn, my heart burns, yearns to hold her tight. Yes, it's true, I got work to do. I'd rather be home tonight. Well, just went through another small town, a blurring and away I go. I didn't catch the name, it's just another town on the road. I just went through another small town, a blurring and away I go. I didn't catch the name, it's just another town on the road. I just went through another small town. I didn't check the map, I was taking a nap. We're running low on fuel, but I gotta get Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll get back to something that I know. Like I mentioned before, this is really true. I've been sitting in the backyard during this lockdown period playing to the birds. And and strangely enough, you'd think I'd be sick of playing it after all these years, but every day I'd play this particular piece. I've been playing it for a long time, and I always discover something new about it every time I play it, just about. A little guitar instrumental piece called Windy and Warm. really interesting. I was going to play. I was actually going to play the song that they played when they put all the photos on. I was going to play that, but seeing as they've done that, I won't do that. But I'm going to do another blues to replace it. I decided, and I'm going to do one that I don't normally do. In fact, I don't think I've ever really done this one on stage ever. In fact, I'm not even sure that I remember all the words. But I just love it. It's just a really great old song. It was recorded in 1945. And the band, I can't remember the name of the band even, but the guy that was the singer and credited for it was, I've even forgotten his name, but never mind. I'm sure you've heard this song. Drifting and drifting, just like a ship out on the sea. Well, I'm drifting and drifting, just like a ship out on the sea. Oh, and my baby nobody to love and care for me. Now if my baby would only have me back again, well, if my baby would only have me back again, but I don't have a job, I don't even have no friend. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye. Well, you sweet little girl, but think I've got time to fit one more in, and with that in mind, I'll play something here that's a wee bit outside the blues area, but I've never really been a sort of a blues purist anyway. And it's really interesting because when you get back and look at the old blues guys that everyone thinks of as pure blues, they never were either, because they used to play all the pop songs of the day as well. You know. Song that I've been recording at the moment. There are places from my younger days I can go in my mind, somewhere I can be alone, dream of another time. The hours and the ways we change to the future. That's the truth. We move away from our younger days. Snow-lined hills, evenings, freezing rain. Up to my knees, I didn't feel alone. With a couple of friends on a button grass plain, trying to please our way back home. I am older, so I'm told. I don't count the minutes, the hours and the ways we change to the future. That's the truth. We move away from our younger days. These memories of the past, may they never go away. Here I go, making more today. A copperhead tried to drive me away. It bit my leg, but I didn't get killed. It had no fangs in its latter days. I am older, so I'm told. Don't count the minutes, the hours and the ways we change to the future. That's the truth. We move away from our younger days. Travel wide, you travel places. Anyway, you end up somewhere. Maybe there's no destination. Maybe there's no need to care. I am older, so I'm told. Don't count the minutes, the hours and the ways we change to the future. That's the truth. Move away from our younger days. I am older, so I'm told. Don't count the minutes, the hours and the ways we change to the future. That's the truth. We move away from our younger days.
Thank you very much. And
Been great. I'll be back a bit later, I believe. So, thank you.
Give it up. 2020 People's Choice Victorian Blues legend. Bill joins Chris Wilson. We inducted Chris Wilson last year, and I had the pleasure to be at the Melbourne Recital Centre last night and watch Chris get inducted by Paul Kelly into the Music Victoria Hall of Fame. Very special moment. Absolutely wonderful. Now, remember, there's merch out the front if you want to take a souvenir away. We've got caps and T-shirts. Phil's got merch. Jeff's got merch. We're going to have an intermission. We're going to have a 30-minute break, get together, relax, and we'll be back with the 2020 Hall of Fame induction. Back soon.
Evening all. Isn't this nice to see humans out and about? I was just watching Phil's set before. I've seen Phil play 1,000 times. And I was just sitting back thinking how privileged we are to hear that acoustic guitar playing of Phil Manning. You know those festivals where at the end of the festival they get everyone on stage together and it's just total mayhem? And Phil is a particularly versatile player. And I remember a particular time when they did that. And they got everyone on stage, including Phil Manning. And there was like 14 guitar players on stage. And 10 of them were Phil. He's got the loudest amplifier I've ever heard. And plays everything beautifully. And so you're never sure what Phil you're going to get. Anyway, moving on to our next inductee. I'm going to start by asking our soundman Tom to play a little video, and then I'll come back and say a few words.
Pocus, a pocket full of spells. You can do hoodoo, scratch a corn on the wishing well. Magical potions, zodiacal signs, like a cosmic commotion, blackbirds in a pie. One ticket, one ride. One ticket, one ride. One ticket, one ride. One ticket, one ride. Running out of sand, waiting at the station. Yeah, with a ticket in my hand. Instant pull up, stash of cold cash. Maybe we young as a young. Not too bad, I gotta play again. One ticket, one ride. One ticket, one ride. One ticket, one ride. mind if the nickel fails. You can keep on playing till your lucky day. Never you mind if the nickel fails. You can keep on playing till your lucky day. One ticket, one ride. 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 One ticket, one ride.
So, yeah, that's right. You should clap for that. I'm not here to do, I'm not going to do a big retrospective because everyone here is well acquainted with tonight's inductee's career. And also, a long career, a stack of award-winning albums, killer guitar chops, and equally killer guitar faces is not the criteria for entrance into this Hall of Fame. This is about shaping Victorian blues music. It's about putting together the puzzle and finding all of the essential ingredients that have brought Victorian blues music to right now. I was 10 years old the first time I heard Jeff Atchison. My father took me down to the Station Hotel, and I wandered in and stared at this Les Paul Gold Top that was having sweat pour all over it and making the most incredible sound I think I'd ever heard. And a 10-year-old kid doesn't really register the years of practice that's gone into making that racket. So I ran through the audience, went over to my dad and said, "My guitar's broken, I need to get one of those." Not long after, I was invited to Jeff's for a guitar lesson. And upon arrival, Jeff took my $150 Eddie Van Halen Candy Stripe Torch Vintage Series guitar out of its case and had a bit of a play. My dad tapped me on the back of the head and said, "Told you it worked." For the next several years, the Station Hotel on a Sunday afternoon was like going to church for me, and I was worshipping at the feet of Jeff Atchison, quite literally at his feet, sitting on a milk crate next to his amplifier. And Jeff used these red 1mm Dunlop picks. And he had a habit of dropping them on the floor after he'd worked through them a little bit. He never bothered looking down on the floor for it because he knew that by the time he did, it was in my pocket. And I used to take them home and put them on my wall as trophies. Those experiences and the hundreds more that I had over the next 30 years led me to feel like I had a unique, up-close and extremely fortunate mentor-type relationship with Jeff Atchison. And the more I thought about tonight and the Australian blues scene and Jeff's career, I realised that every young musician who's ever come across him feels like they've had a unique, up close, and extremely unique mentor-style relationship with Jeff Atchison, and every single one of them is right. From the Windsor Castle Jam sessions to the Youth in Blues program to his multiple roles with the Melbourne Blues Appreciation Society, and just kind of being the guy that he is, no one in the Australian blues scene has put more time, energy, genuine enthusiasm and encouragement into blues musicians than Jeff. That's the truth. He's got this incredible ability to get on stage and just absolutely destroy. And at exactly the same time, he brings something out in everyone on that stage that they didn't know they had before. And it makes you feel 10 foot tall, I can tell you that. There's a lot of musicians in this city who have built their career on that feeling that was given to them. And Jeff's continued to give them something to chase by bursting through ceilings, by refusing to bow to the cliches of blues music and ensuring that Melbourne has its own sound in blues that can change with the times and is modern. Just the same way that Jeff is a product of the blues scene that Dutch Tilde has created, the modern sound of Victorian blues has the teachings, energy, and attitude of Jeff Atchison to thank. And that, combined with a long career, a stack of award-winning CDs, killer guitar chops, and equally killer guitar faces, brings us to this moment right now where I get to say it's one of my great pleasures in life to induct Jeff Atchison into the Blues Music Victoria Hall of Fame.
I think I'm over here. There's a guitar lead over here. I'm attracted to it. Thank you, Lloyd Spiegel. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I think I should just play something first. Don't play guitar, boy. Don't shoot for the stars, boy. 'Cause it ain't worth the trouble when your guitar is the shovel that digs your grave. Well, you want
wanna play every night just to follow your dream. And play that blues music, yeah, you wanna hear the people screaming. They're sneaking through the back sometimes. Your boss, he might rip you off, make you play it real late. So you can't hold down no jobs, so don't play guitar, boy. Don't shoot for the stars. This guitar that you play just might wind up the spade that digs your grave. Well, you might have heard about Robert Johnson. He's a blues man. Used to carry that guitar around. If he never played that music, he might have just stuck around. And take your man, Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, he's sure he played real hot, but he'll never know just how famous he got. Don't play guitar, boy. Don't shoot for the stars. That guitar that you play just might wind up the spade that digs your grave. Play a little bit. I said, man, I love this music like nothing I know. Yes, in my system and it flows through my bones. I could spend my life just paying off some bank, yeah, but working 9 to 5. I'm gonna tell you no thanks, I'll play guitar, man, like this, like this. Shoot for the stars, man. Guitar that I use is gonna play this blues until I die. This guitar that I use. This guitar that I use is gonna play this blues until I die. Thank you very much. That song goes way, way back. And it's sort of like, that was my first statement, I guess. I've recently been reading Jorma Kaukonen's autobiography, which is fantastic. It's a book called Been a Long Time. And he talks about coming into the light, those moments when you're invited into the light. He talks about that first time that he got up on stage and waiting in the wings for the light to call him and being attracted to that light because that light was where his heroes stood. That light was where his friends inhabited. And so he felt like that's where he belonged. That's where he wanted to be. And I really related to that. Of course, my heroes were people like Dutch Tilders and Chris Wilson and Phil Manning. They were the kind of people I'd go and see. And my friends, people like Kerry Simpson and Fiona Boyce and Jimmy Hocking and Lloyd Spiegel and so on. Of course, this has been the strangest of years, where we've been forced to be apart from a lot of our friends. And so I'd like to give a shout out as well to friends of mine that I share this space with, such as the Soul Diggers, Roger McLaughlin and Jerry Pantazis and Richard Tankard, Rob Little and Dean Matters on occasion, Andy Sylvia, and many others that I've had the pleasure of sharing the stage with. Of course, my old mates in the Blues Club, Winston Gallia, Barry Hills, Peter Bulkey, and on it goes. I've had the pleasure of sharing the stage with so many of our incredible musicians that we have in this city. And I'm getting to stand up here in the light at the moment, but believe me, it's always a team effort. Anything that we produce, anything that goes out there. And you've got your graphic artists, you've got your sound engineers and your recording engineers and all your admin people, your promoters, your booking agents and your venue owners. I'm hoping this year, if anything, reminds us just how valuable all that is, and that we all come back with a vengeance and support that and keep it going for a very long time yet. There's a young man that used to come along to a lot of the gigs when I first moved to Melbourne, and everybody loved him. He was just a gorgeous human being, and his dream, his vision at the time, I remember he was writing a book about the Melbourne blues scene because he felt not that many people knew about it. This marvellous, very underground scene that was going on. And he never got to do that book, but on a night such as this, when people are ensuring that the light gets shined in places they think it should, I'm thinking of my good mate, Delta Dave. He tuned up his cheap Stratocaster guitar. He slung it on his back, toting his battery-powered amplifier. Rode his bicycle to Burke Street, and he set up his equipment, playing his blues for survival and to pay the rent. He brought food for the homeless and toys for the children, Delta Dave. He sang songs of Kansas City and sweet home Chicago, so far away. His voice was like a whisper, but his heart was like a mountain, Delta Dave. He made no judgment on the choices others made, happy for $1 for the music that he played. He took what he needed and he gave the rest away, Delta Dave. In July of '99, I guess he figured it was time to one last ride to that big blues gig in the sky. And the Age ran a story about an angelic man who tried to cure the city's ills with his gypsy blues band. And the helpless and the homeless wrote his eulogy in chalk on the steps of his stage on the Swanston Street walk, and they venerated his name in the manner of the saints. And if it wasn't too much, it was a little too late. Delta Day.
All right. You know, when I first started getting going on this trip, if I can get my words around the right way, there was so much great music going on in Melbourne. I'm so grateful to have landed in this city. I just went to the big city that was closest to where I grew up, and it happened to be this one, and I'm so glad it was. We used to go out. We used to see Kerry Simpsons and doing the Mudcat Jam with Chris and Ken Farmer at the Swan Hotel in Richmond. That was going on. We'd go out and see Rocket 88s at the Red House, and Dutch Tildas at the Windsor Castle on a Monday night, of course. Checkerboard Lounge at the Great Britain Hotel in Richmond. You know, still going strong. When I finally got my band together, we played out at St Andrews Hotel, of course. And that was a place that accepted us and just let us be and just let us do what we were doing. And I really felt like the whole concept of the band was able to develop there. And other places as well. We played the Espy on a Saturday afternoon for a while. We used to hang out at the wonderful Rainbow Hotel in Fitzroy, and of course Macorba Tavern up in the hills there. We played there a lot too. But those days in St Andrews, we just work out on things. Like we just get a shuffle going and see what would happen. So I'm going to try to do a Soul Diggers tune here. On the workman's bench there was the words of a fool. He bent him and he shaped him into a tower of jewels. Someone tell me something that I don't know. He said, I never have lied and I never have failed, but he was hitching a ride and he was pitching a sail. Someone tell me something that I don't know. Someone tell me something that I don't know. Seems you're not what you say. Let's say I'm not what I seem. Now we jam. Let him keep talking. That was more than he knew. He was backed up in the corner, had the words dripping on his shoes. Someone tell me something that I don't know.
tell me something that I don't know. Someone tell me something that I don't know. Someone tell me something that I don't know. We're just gonna jam to take it home. Thank you very much. I have the opportunity tonight to play some music with an absolute legend, Phil Manning. I hope he's not too far away and got a guitar in his hand. Oh, there's a guitar right there. Phil, please come on up. Yeah, I can hear that jolly chuckle there. Oh, I think I can take that pointy thing off your... All right. We might just leave it here, so if you are thinking, that's not really the blues he's playing, maybe you can just have another look at this. You know? Okay, well, I'd love to do one of Dutch's tunes. It's a song called Just a Dream.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Hey, we're going to do a little blues here, if that's okay. So, yeah.
Let me hear a bit of you.
So you'll know...
Tom, can I get a bit more of Jeff over this side, please? I've got to, I don't want to drown him out.
You'll know I was a big fan of the Dutchman before I wound up playing in his band for a while. He didn't know I was there for a long time. I was just going along to his gigs, quietly up the back there, just checking it all out, stealing his licks, you know. But I used to love these old tunes that he would do, and there were some signature licks that he used to play, like... And he'd do songs like this. I think this is an old Big Bill Broomsey song. It was just a dream I had on my mind. It was just a dream, baby, a dream I had on my mind. But when I woke up, baby, not a thing could I find. dreamt I was in heaven, having a wonderful time. I was surrounded by angels, making sure I had not a worry on my mind. But it was just a dream I had on my mind. But when I woke up, baby, no angels could I find. I dreamt I was rich and famous, riding around in a limousine, and I was chauffeur driven by the prettiest girl I'd ever seen. But it was just a dream I had on my mind. When I woke up, baby, no chauffeur could I find. I dreamt that we got married, started a family. There were 10 beautiful children. They all just looked like me. It was just a dream I had on my mind. But when I woke up, baby, not a child there looked like mine. Oh no.
Okay, I'll get to sit down then. Of course, that song originally, the great Dutchman did it, and it was a big Bill Bruinsy song, and so is this. I've key to the highway, all filled up and bound to run. I'm gonna leave here running. You know walking's most too slow. Now when the moon comes over the mountains, I'll be on my way. I'm gonna walk this old highway till the break of day. And I'm going down on the border where I'm better known. But you don't do nothing but drive your sweet loving daddy all the way from home. I got the key to the highway, all filled up and bound to roam. I'm gonna leave you running. You know walking most too slow. Well, now come here, mama. Help me with my heavy load. You know I'm chewing with Texas. I've got to get out there on the road. I'm going down to Texas. I'm going down behind the sun. If the good Lord above have mercy, what evil have I done? I got the key to the highway. I'm all filled up and bound to roam. I'm gonna leave here running. You know walking most too slow. Take it out, Jack.
I wonder if Charlie Bedford happens to still be here, because I see his guitars up here. And it's still warm. It's Charlie Bedford. I think we're going to do one more little jam for you folks, and that'll be it from us. Yeah, man. I tell you, it has been so long since we've done something like this, hey? So thank you for turning up, because this is actually what makes gigs. So I tell you what, after 9 months of sitting at home, sort of playing guitar four walls, you realise without you all, there ain't no gig. So thank you. Hey man,
Thanks for inviting me up.
hey, let's have a little bit of a jam or something. Let's get some.
Sure. I'm happy. Good. I'm stoked.
We just get a groove going here. Get kind of funky here. Yeah, Charlie, set it up, baby. Baby's back, dressed in black, silver buttons on down the back. Hidey-ho, tips a toe. She knows the needle, she can't sew. Walking the dog, just a walking the dog. If you don't know how to do it, show you how to walk the dog. Ask Mama, 15 cents. Seen an elephant jump the fence, jumped so high, hit the sky, and didn't come back until 4th of July. Walking the dog, just walking the dog. If you don't know how to do it, show you how to walk the dog. All right, Charlie. Mary, Mary, quiet country. Yeah, I thought so too. See how your garden grows. Got some silver bells, you get the cockle shell. Got some baby maids all in a row, walking the ground. Just a walking the down. If you don't know how to do it, I'll show you how to walk the dog. Just a walking, just a walking. Stay on the one, stay on the one. Just a walking, just a walking. Break it down. Just a walking. Just a walking, just a walking, just a walking, just a
2020 BMV Youth Ambassador Charlie Bedford. People's Choice 2020 Blues Music Victoria legend Phil Manning. 2020 BMV Hall of Fame inductee Jeff Atchison. Give it up. It's been a very long time since I've said this. Thank you for supporting live Australian music. More importantly, thank you for supporting the blues. My name's Baz. Good night.